Calling a bottom on silver here is tempting, but I'm not so sure. But we will take a look at the silver price. We'll take a look at gold. We'll do Bitcoin, I think, as well. Maybe a couple of ratios. And I will take your chart requests as well. Get them in right now. If you are watching this on the replay, use the time codes below to go to your favorite part. But if you're watching live, you get to enjoy every single thing we do here at Good Morning Stackers. Oh, that was a weird one. With me, Joe Main. But in the first 1 minute of the show, what we do is the Synchronised Slurp. Yes, I'm coming to you from Melbourne in Australia. We have watchers all over the world. Grab your tasty beverages right now. I know you want to. You've got what you're drinking. I've got what I'm drinking. What you do is your business. It could be after midday sometime somewhere in the world. We slurp them. That is the rule. You must do it audibly. You must do it wherever you are, whatever you are doing. If you're on the train, I don't care, man. Do it. Here we go. 3, 2, 1, go. Oh, yeah. Joe Main, been stacking precious metals since 2010, stacking crypto since 2013, and I worked in the precious metals retail industry over 3 major bullion dealers here in Australia. Goldstackers, Bullion Now, Ainslie Bullion, even started my own company at one point. And now I do this live show every single weekday morning. Hit the big red subscribe button. Do join the GMS family. You get a big, warm and fuzzy feeling when you do. We're the winning team. 813 subscribers, rocketing to 1,000. I will be doing another silver giveaway. When we hit 1,000, you'll all go, well, there'll be an entry form. You go into a lottery thing. We did it at 500. We'll do it at 1,000. That's a lot of fun. And, of course, brought to you by Perth Bullion Exchange, perthbullion.com.au, Wealthstack, wealthstack.com. You want to send me an email at gmstackers@gmail.com for subscriber show and tell or anything else like that. You want to support the show and get extra discounts from Perth Bullion Exchange by joining my private membership program, goodmorningstackers.locals.com/support. You want to buy me a coffee. Helps support the show as well. buymeacoffee.com/Good Morning Stackers. And also you want to, and this is really fun. What you really want to do as well, you want to follow me on X. As you know, I've been moving. This was not a personal branded page. Since 2009, I've had this Twitter account, 2,500 followers now. Talk a lot about gold, silver, crypto, very politically spicy over there. I've just been switching it to personal. So I've got my first and last name on there. I'm in the transition mode. So I'm transitioning at the moment from a faceless account to personal. Real photo is up now. So I'm going live on X as well. So you can find me at x.com/Joe in general. Okay, just do that one word, Joe in general. That's where you find me. Please follow me. And at some point I will be changing the username, but I go live on X and live on YouTube. Yeah, people, let's do the shout outs. That's what we do before we start the morning's, analyses. Good morning, Stackers, says Gerald Draper. One half of the Osmium twins is in the house. Mark Florida, GMS. Great to see you. Live. Black coal. Oh, black coal. It's been a while. I'm just going to take this off. I'm going to put this on silent. It might vibrate, though. That's okay. Don't mind a bit of that. Just kidding. Good morning. Saying to everyone, Chicago sipping peach punch. Really? So you're in Chicago sipping peach punch. Peach punch. Wow. I guess it's the evening for you, so that's true. You can do whatever you want. Minute Maid. Oh, good old Minute Maid. GMS says Tony Peterson. Minute Maid. Cool and... Oh, Peach Punch Minute Maid. Got you right. Yeah. That is so... Just so you know, Gerald, for many, that is so American. It's just that it's such a stereotypical thing. You won't get it. But Minute Maid is such a American TV sitcom, Family Ties, and all the ones after that, drinking Minute Maid and all that stuff. That's funny. And just quickly, and you won't get. Everyone else in Australia will get this, and everyone else in the world. For you, Gerald, and people watching from the States, the red cups, movies from the 90s, the 2000s onwards, all your American Pie movies, your teen things, your adult movies and TV shows and all that. Whenever you're drinking alcohol at a party, you've all got the red cups. We never had the red cups. So I grew up, I'm 40 something now. And I also thought, the red cups, I can't get the red cup. I want red cups. I want to go to a party and play beer pong with red cups. And then maybe about 10 years ago, 5-10 years ago, they started doing red cups here. And we're like, red cups! So it's really, anyway, that's a very American thing too, the red cup thing. But we have it here in Australia now. Hi, chat mum, says Mark, Florida. Let's see. Knackers O'Reilly, morning everyone. It's 4:35 p.m. here. Well, I would say that's the right time for Peach Punch Minute Maid. Gerald, I think that is it for all the shout-outs. All right, let's talk about silver's tempting. It's tempting to call the silver bottom here. We have found a little bottom at the moment, $29.80 US. Let's take a look at the silver price. Right now, we'll do gold and platinum. We'll probably look at Bitcoin as well. I think I'm going to add that to the rotation at the moment. Some crypto-y type things because we also stack that too. Some of you do. And we stack lots of different things. We stack silver, we stack Satoshis, we stack skills, we stack knowledge. All right, it's not just about precious metals here, although that is one of the big main focuses. Here we go, sharing the screen. We are going, that's gold. I'm going to go straight to silver because that's what the sort of the topic of the today was. Silver on the daily time frame priced in USD using the tradingview.com website, $30.42 US. Cool. You've seen that bottom right there. So that's very clear, okay? Why? Again, this is really easy stuff. Previous level of resistance, very easy to see. Okay, it became an area of support-ish, resistance support right there. I've been talking about 29.80, that spike, for a long time. And 32.50, broke it, failed, moved to hold. Oftentimes from a failed move, it's a fast move in the opposite direction. Broke through 31, the final hurdle. Really didn't want to see that. But this is, as I've been saying, the new line in the sand. Okay, big line in the sand. And we have respected it so far. Okay. On the 4-hour, what you will notice is a couple of 4-hour periods. What did we do? I like to do this intraday stuff. Again, not because, if you're buying and holding and you're dollar cost averaging and you're waiting for years in the capital rotation from the stock market into precious metals and you're going to ride that wave up and all that, this intraday stuff doesn't really matter to you. However, it does to teach. Okay, because what happens on smaller time frames is also applicable for larger time frames, monthly time frames, yearly time frames as well. On the 4-hour, what did we do? Here's that line in the sand, 29.80. We very clearly, look it. We had a spike, closed above. Had a spike, closed above. 2 closes. Look at that right there. Oh, so that's the open. Sorry, that's not the closed above. That's the spike. That's the close above or at above, and then we opened, but we had a spike down, and then we closed above up here. Okay, so you got to watch. Don't look at the spikes. Look at the closes. Again, on the 4-hour time frame, some people might have thought, "Oh, we're back over this trend line right here. We're over 30. This thing right here." Don't look at the spikes. Look at the closes. So far, we closed below it. Cool. So we're in a very key area right here. It is still respecting this downtrend line. Resistance. 1, 2, 3, 4, maybe 5 touches right here. So it would be tempting to call the bottom here. I can't do that just yet, me personally. What I need to see is it close at least above this downtrend line and preferably make its way above. As you know, I've been saying it. I'm just a broken record at the moment, aren't I? Closing above 31 and holding 31. That's the first test. Okay, test number 1, close above 31. Cool. And until we do that, cannot call the bottom at all. If we did start closing above 31, it's much more tempting to call the bottom, but I really want to wait for that 32 move, and then we do that, then we'll call the bottom. Yeah, no problem, but nowhere near it just yet. We're not even above this trend line right there. Cool. So it is tempting, but I wouldn't do it just yet. I guess on the plus side, on the you could call the bottom here side of it, if you take that other side, where you have been extremely undervalued on the 4-hour time frame, and we visited it 2 times again. Very interesting. Not extremely undervalued, but at least the bottom end of the range. So we went into here, okay, support here again. You're finding a resistance level here on the 4-hour at, call it ish, right, about there. You start breaking up above there. Okay, cool. That would sort of signal a potential test of 31. Again, we've got to break and hold that 31. Cool, cool. That is on the 4-hour time frame. So yeah, I could see a case to be made for some higher prices, but we really need to break that 31. Daily time frame on the relative strength index. Yeah, look, we're past the halfway point. You could tick up from here, sure, but nothing's confirmed for me just yet. I will say, again, you have to understand, I do take a look. I'm looking at all this live, usually. Okay, I don't spend a lot of time studying this before I jump on the live stream. What do we say about big spikes? We like big spikes down because it says buyers are in control of the market. Very obvious that buyers were in control going, 29.80? No, you don't. We're not breaking below there. So they have been propping it up. We just need to see that go green, and then let's just do that. Cool. What else do you need to know? On the daily time frame, on the relative strength index, still moving down. Yeah. So yeah, definitely moving down. Okay, and it looks like you've broken some kind of trend line there. You call it that? Would I call it that? That got broken, and that's so far, it's kind of respecting it. So the week hasn't closed yet. So that's why you can't say that's been broken just yet, because you could have, you could have a dollar move and then that ticks back up and closes the week above. Okay, so we're right at crucial support right there on the relative strength index on the weekly time frame. And the monthly, as you know, the monthly has been ticking over. Okay, and we're below 31, so it's not great. Okay, so my bias still is to the downside. I will not call the bottom yet on silver. It is tempting to do so because we've hit 29.80. Not yet. If we break 29.80 for my new subscribers, because I have 813 now, for my new subscribers, if we break down here and do something like that, find resistance at 29.80 and head back down, then you are definitely 99% sure heading down to at least 28 US dollars, which is the top end of the best buy zone, which may be a good entry price for you. You may be dollar cost averaging, the best way to do it. Anywhere down to $26 is best buy zone with let's spike down to 2470-ish, 2470, 2480. I only want that as a spike. We cannot close any day, week, month below this level here of that $26-ish area. Cool. But hey, a bounce off 28 and then the bottom there, that would be absolutely fantastic. That is silver. Let's take a look at gold. Gold on the daily time frame. Pause for effect. $25.64. $25? 2,564 US dollars. Daily time frame again. A spike there. Where did we come down to? Oh, okay, $25.35, $2,538. No, $2,500, yeah, 35. Right here, big spike. Okay, that is really tempting to say that could crack back up today. If I take a look on the 4-hour, and obviously, where gold goes, silver does tend to follow. Not usually, sometimes quicker, or not as quick, but it does tend to follow. Excuse me. So relative strength index on the 4-hour, once, twice, 3 times a lady, right here. So this could be the move. I mean, 1, 2, like a triple bottom as such, going into extremely undervalued 3 times on the relative strength index on the 4-hour time frame. It's not usual. Okay, that could be setting it up for a bottom potentially here, or a short-term bottom right here. So yeah, today could be. The next 24 hours could be an up day. It wouldn't be surprising. I'd be watching for resistance here at right there at 2,600 US dollars, give or take a buck or two. Right there. Cool. Let's say clear here for more confidence. Cool. All right, clear 2,600 for more confidence to say, oh, interesting. But the problem is you could even crack back up because you've got a potential. Oh no, that's not a Head and Shoulders because you didn't make a similar neckline. Never mind that. Forget what I was about to say. The major resistance, of course, is at the mother of all trend lines. Goes all the way back to 1980. That's what I'd be more expecting to happen. What would be positive is if you did that and then you did that. That would be very positive, okay? But I'm expecting the former rather than the latter at the moment. I'm still like 80, 90% sure that we see lower prices from here. Okay, and I'm about 60% sure at the moment that we see the best buy zone hit sometime between, in the next 3 to 6 months, something like that. I think the short-term peak is in. If you have a look on the weekly time frame, we have definitely ticked back into the normal range on the relative strength index, so it's got definite room to move down. And on the monthly time frame, as you know, we topped out here. 2790 roughly, 2800, and then we're ticking back down on the relative strength index on the monthly time frame. Yet we have not, well, you could have a bounce there, but we haven't gone back into the normal range just yet, but it's more likely. Okay, I don't think we bounce here. I'd be totally happy to be wrong for everyone, but again, if you want to load up, this is really, as I've been saying, this is the gift. This is a true gift at the moment. Anywhere from here all the way down to here, absolute gift. You should be. This is financial advice. You should be dollar cost averaging. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, I'm giving financial advice. Dollar cost averaging is the best way to go. If you want to sue me, anyone, for giving financial advice for dollar cost averaging rather than waiting for dips and whatever, dollar cost averaging, I don't think anyone would ping me for saying that's bad financial advice. It's technically not financial advice. All the caveats. That is gold. That's really all you need to know for today. Cool. Platinum. Get your comments in, get your chart requests in if you want me to have a look at something I've either haven't looked at before. I always give preference to that because I like to do first looks, or something that I have done before that you want an update on. So just let me know, please. And get your questions and your comments in. I will be reading all of those out. Don't forget, super chats are open as well. Pardon me. We have found support so far at the bottom end of the depressed zone. So I am definitely, in depressed zone for platinum. However, we have found a bottom so far. Okay, yeah, cool. $930, exactly where I was mentioning before, where you might find some support at. Yeah, that's all you really need to know, I guess, for platinum. We need to remain above. We need to hold this, okay? But watch for 945 as resistance, and then if you do that, bang, down she goes to the top end of the best buy zone. That's at $900, and then you could make your way anywhere into the belly of the best buy zone, watching for a couple of key support levels. 870 and 840 would be the I wouldn't be waiting for 750. I don't think that's coming, but I've just got to use that as the sort of the bottom end. It's more likely here or here where you would find the major support and the big bottom in platinum. I don't think you get all the way down to 750. Having said that, you've got some room to move down on the relative strength index. So yeah, look, on balance of probability, right? See that one there, 870. That's a previous level of interim support, but the big support there is at 840. Support. That would be a big one. Okay, that would take it down to maybe into close to the bottom end of the normal range of the relative strength index. If gold is having 3 to 6 months of a retrace and silver in the same thing, then platinum can definitely get down to this area here. Particularly 840, I'd be really watching out for. But we're not there yet. We could, hey, you never know, we could tick right back up from here. Similar to gold and silver, we've tested once, twice, 3 times, the extremely undervalued area for platinum on the 4-hour, which suggests you could have a bit of a move up in the next couple of days. As I said, watch out for 945. You would want that to break. And if you really want to just see it go hog wild, resistance there, 965, 970. You want to find 945 as support, and then back into my cautiously excited zone. And if we get there, great. But my bias at the moment is to break this area. That's the bias at the moment. Cool. Gold, silver, platinum. For you crypto skirters, let's take a quick look at Bitcoin as well. I did promise we'd do that. Bitcoin on the 4 hour. Let's take a look at it on the daily. Daily time frame, price in USD, $88,080. $88,080. I think we're short-term done, a little short-term peak, maybe another week or so, potentially to find a little interim bottom, and then very likely, I don't think we had, the bottom's not in for Bitcoin, okay? Sorry, the top is not in for Bitcoin, okay? I definitely don't think that. We've topped out so far at 93,000. Yeah, look, relative strength index, we can move down a bit. Again, this is on the daily. If we take a look at the weekly, we have just ticked into extremely overvalued area. And as you know, you can spend a lot of time in extremely overvalued. And on the monthly time frame, we're back in extremely overvalued. And look, it could tick over here. It could be a double top here. But all signs point to, at this stage, a continuation to finish this cycle. This cycle might finish earlier, but it seems like higher prices are coming. Okay, particularly with the new administration coming into the US, being crypto focused, etc. So my feeling is we will see lower prices though on Bitcoin in the next few days. Okay, next could be the next week or 2 weeks, something like that, because we are pretty overextended on the daily time frame. So getting back into this kind of area here, and if I were to call a number, do you want me to call a number? Let's see. We're in price discovery, so we're in all-time high territory. Geez, what would I say? I don't know. I mean, no lower than, let's say, no lower than the previous all-time high, so no lower than the 75,000. That's your big line in the sand. I don't think we're going to get down that low though, but let's just say no lower than there. Cool. That's about 73, 74,000 US dollars. I'm more likely to be inclined to say around about your $80,000 area, about here. But that's just a real spitball, okay? Let's have a look. Oh, can I use some Fibonacci? Why wouldn't I use some Fibonacci? I do like it. Let's see. If I'm using some interim Fibonacci right here, from that high and that low, where are we looking at? Does that coincide with anything? Yeah, no, not really. Let me see. Any larger levels? From there to there. No, not really. No. So I'm going to say just look no lower than here. Come back, break it, retest it. That's the area to look out for. So about 74,000 US dollars. That's the level of support I'd be looking at. Breaking that, then you'd be, heading back down potentially lower. Duh. Funny that. If it breaks it, it would go lower. So 75. Watch out for that. But I wouldn't be betting on it. Okay. I think we're in a bull market continuing, and it never goes as low as you think it will in a big bull market. Okay. So just like everything else I say, if you're dollar cost averaging into Bitcoin, hey, great way to do it. Buy it on the regular. That is Bitcoin. I guess we'll talk about some higher prices if we want. As I've been saying yesterday, watch out for this area here, but around about it's the $100,000 area. Let's be honest. It's your psychological value. It's around about your 97 to 105. But we'll put in the psychological value. It's going to be big. Okay, so let's pop it right there. Psychological value of 100,000. If when it starts breaking that, ooh-wee, there will be a lot of talk about it. Let's see. That is gold, silver, platinum, Bitcoin, gold to silver ratio. I don't think I want to focus on at the moment. It's not a big focus. Let's see. Quickly. No point. And the AUD USD. Oh, okay. We need to talk about the AUD USD. I don't follow it every day. So this is the, what is this for my international subscribers? This is the Australian dollar floating against the US dollar. If you don't know, Yankees, the US dollar, but the US dollar is the world's reserve currency, and all other currencies float against it, okay? So this is very interesting. Many people were suggesting, I heard lots of calls for the US dollar to be strengthening. The US. For no, not the USD. For the AUD to be strengthening, so to get even closer to parity. But it looks like the USD is strengthening and AUD is weakening. Okay, now that happens to be good if you have any assets which are denominated in USD. That's good because you're seeing the value of the stuff in your foreign currency go up, or go up quicker, for example, or go down less quicker, if that makes sense, depending what the underlying asset is doing. And it's also good if you earn money in USD. Okay, that's good for you. There are people, I worked on a cruise ship a number of years ago, 20 years ago nearly, and I got paid in USD, and it was better for me for the Australian dollar to be weakened against the US dollar. Now, is it good for people importing stuff from the US to sell? No, that's not good, obviously, because they're paying higher prices. But interestingly, we are cracking back down. What you would want to see, if you want to see this go up and the Australian dollar strengthen against the USD, you want to see this crack up very quickly. Very quickly. We had one test here. It was a failed move, oftentimes from a failed move, fast move in the opposite direction. Is this a second failed move? And it's a second false breakdown, and then we head back up? Absolutely could be. I'm more inclined to think the second time is a charm. Okay. What we need to watch out for, again, this is on the weekly time frame. I would say if you start, so I know I'm moving it around a lot. God damn, I hate this pen tool. It's annoying. If you close this week below this trend line, if you close the week and you don't have a quick spike above like we did here, it's setting it up for a further move down. Okay, you close below this line, not spike, but close below. It's not looking good for the AUD. So I would be watching out for the main support level. Oh yeah, you could call it here if you wanted to. There's previous spikes, but really the main one for me is about the 60 level, and we have to zoom out a little bit to show you. That's right here. This is back in October of 2008. What was going on then, right? I think you would be setting it up for a move down to probably no more than about that 60 cent mark. You'd find a big level of support right there. You would bounce. I'm not saying it's going down to here. You could bounce from here, for example, but probably no lower than about that 60 mark. That's where you would find support. Big level of support previous. Cool. But this is good for you if you, you've got your gold and silver priced in US dollars. You've got your Bitcoin priced in US dollars. And here in Australia, that's better for us, okay? Because that means ours is going up quicker if Bitcoin is also going up or gold and silver is also going up. Cool. And we've also broken this trend line. That's not even a trend line. What's that got to do with anything? No. Get rid of you. Yeah, all right. That's it, people. Let's do... What are you doing? Let's take some comments and we'll take a chart request or two. And before we do that, did I do it? I didn't. Get your comments in, get your chart requests in, my wonderful, funky people. Love your work. Hit the big red subscribe button to join the GMS family. Of course, as I always say, you get a warm and fuzzy feeling when you do. But Wealthstack, wealthstack.com, one of my brand partners. If you are not, if you don't have, or if you have not downloaded the wealthstack.com app on iPhone or Android, at least do it and check it out. It's very user-friendly. You are buying unallocated gold held for you by Wealthstack, which is held technically by, it's held technically by you. It is under your name. You own it. You are the actual technical owner of it, but it's held in storage for you by one of the largest gold vaulting and wholesalers in the entire world. They are LBMA registered. Wealthstack is an Australian company, Australian regulated, all that good stuff. Of course, because an unallocated program, no storage fees. You're buying gold for spot plus 1%, whether you buy $1 million of gold or $10 of gold. You can buy a minimum of $10 gold for spot plus 1%. You can't buy fractional gold for spot plus 1%. You're paying spot plus 20%, probably, for fractional gold for less than a gram. $10 of gold. Just, send this to your friends and family who don't want to stack the physical. That's okay. Some people don't. They can stack it in this way. Okay, again, backed 100% with real physical metal. It's not a paper program. They don't deal in paper. They deal in physical, okay? They reached out to me because they saw what I was doing with the show, and they wanted to gain the trust of stacking community first. Why? Because you spread the word to your friends and family, and it's all about us. It really is all about us. We are the ones who spread the word out to our friends and family, and we get at them, right? And then we increase our stacking community by doing that. So send them this app, okay? Send them to the website, wealthstack.com. Get them to check out the frequently asked questions page. Go all the way down to the bottom of the homepage. Click on the frequently asked questions, and hey, you can read all that, and you might be interested too. And I think a lot of you have been, and I actually do know a bunch of you have already signed up and you have purchased Wealthstack Gold. Cool? Cool. And of course, if you only want the physical, okay, I get it. So you should be buying from Perth Bullion Exchange, perthbullion.com.au, the only bullion dealer in Australia that has ever dared to offer free shipping when you buy over certain amounts. How much is that certain amount? It's really little, and it's not an exact dollar value. It's not like when you go to SD Bullion or AppMex in the States and you say, buy $299 and get free shipping. You can actually spend less than that, because it's all about the quantity in the shopping cart. And you're wondering, how do they actually figure that out? Well, because if you're buying, say, 2 of this thing, 3 of this thing, 4 of this thing, you're buying it in the singular price, right? So the premiums are slightly higher, not much, because you're buying just one of them, right? So if you have 20 or more items in your shopping cart, you get free shipping. Or you could just buy 20 of one thing, and you'll get the volume discount for buying. So, for example, if you're just looking for 1 ounce silver, and you don't need to spread it, you don't want 2 eagles and 2 maples and this, you just want to buy, 20 of the same thing. Okay, well, looking for a cheap and cheerful silver round, the Asahi Buffalo round, currently $52.77 each if you buy between 1 and 19. But if you buy 20, you qualify for the first discount tier, which automatically gets you, because you're buying 20, automatically gets you that free shipping as well. So you've got to factor in that shipping cost too, because normally you've got to go, all right, well, how much did I pay per ounce? Well, I paid this, but then I added shipping, so I've got to do the calculation. No, you just buy 20, you get free shipping. You can wipe that calculation out of your brain. Cool. Also, if you happen to be a member of my private membership program with perthbullionexchange.com, you get extra discounts. So you don't buy at the singular price when you're a part of my private membership, which I shared earlier in the show. You don't pay the single price ever. If there's ever a quantity discount, you pay the first quantity discount. If you buy 20 of these, you don't pay this, you pay this because you're a part of my private membership, and you also get that free shipping because it's over 20 items. That's how it works, man. It really pays to be part of my private membership, exclusive content, all that stuff. So that's all the plugs for all of that. All right, comments. There's a few to get to. And we are going to be doing a chart request because we have some time. Let's see, people. Oh, so Neil is in the house as well. We've got Gerald here as well. So the Osmium twins are in the house. Willy Wonka. Now, Willy Wonka, I want to know, are you the gentleman or lady that changes their name all the time, or are you a new live watcher, live participator? Willy Wonka, by 2025 American, ASCs, fewer to be minted. I will have to read the comments. Why is there fewer to be minted? I'd like to know why. I'm going to go back down through your comments here. A lot of comments here, which is great to see. Pete Repeat, GMS, happy Friday. Great to see you. The Don is here. Good to see you if you're still here. Fantastic. Rod Panhard is back. Going by US, this is about the US TV movies. Yes, that's so true. Yes, that too. Going by US TV and movies, they all eat Chinese out of square boxes with chopsticks, and they all throw up a plastic arch and get married in a park. Yeah, they do that too. That's so funny. Yeah, so now I lived in the States. So I was lived in the States in the 2004, 2005. I lived in New York. I was studying on Broadway at a school on Broadway, a Broadway-based acting musical theatre school. And I lived there, and, it was literally, yes, you go to the local Chinese place and you get into the things, and then I felt so American. It was the first time I'd lived in America. I'd moved to America, and I'd spent a little bit of time there before, but it was the first time the cultural experience, and It's so straight. It's so funny. I'm like, and for people in the States, you're like, it's just Chinese boxes with things, man. But the first time I got one, I'm like, I got the China, I got the boxes of the thing, and I ate it. I think it was so cool. And yeah, and I went to a party, and there's the red cups, and like we talked about before. So funny. Yeah, you don't get that here in Australia. They don't come in the things unless it's some kind of fancy place which is trying to be cool and kitschy to like kind of be American. You get them like you go to your local Chinese restaurant and takeaway, and it's just like in a flat plastic, clear plastic container, that kind of thing. You don't get it in that cool thing with a little metal handle and all that stuff. Let's see. I know we're going back a little bit. Dip and retrace going on. Yes, absolutely. Talking about alts for a second. Some alts just now ready to take off. Have you seen XRP overnight? It's broken up. I should have done XRP. Maybe I'll quickly do XRP. AI sector and real-world assets, class of crypto I'm currently researching. Yes, real-world assets are the big thing. Maybe not in the next few months. It's still meme coin season at the moment, but once regulations come in next year, and we're probably talking after the crypto, this next big crypto cycle, I think memes will probably be big for a bit. Then it'll be all about utility, AI, and real-world assets. It'll be all about those. They'll still probably go up too, but we're still in that meme coin thing at the moment. We have the confidence in Trump to thank for the dip. That's right, exactly right. And this is what we were talking about, weeks ago before the election. We're like, people were saying, well, where's gold going to go? And, well, we didn't know because of the election, but we're saying, well, if Trump got in, we were saying, more likely that would be seen as confidence, but it's got more seen as confidence, and that's what's happened. Let's see. Not going to pump any favorites as Hopelink. You're not going to give us your hot tips because you want to accumulate more before giving your pump suggestions. Fair enough. You keep your cards close to you. Hope is as powerful as fear. Exactly. Yes, some say more powerful. According to what's the movies? What are the movies? Dang, The Hunger Games. Hope. Gerald, some wish to look the other way and rather make other speculations as TDS is still afflicting some here. TDS is huge. It's Trump derangement syndrome is more powerful now than it was. He's got re-elected again. Heads are exploding. Although, you've seen a lot of people from the left move over to the right. One of the things that helped him win. Emotions can be even worse than that. Okay, someone top that one. Yeah. Pete. Love is the most powerful of all. Blood in the streets as I rub my 1.5 ounce Canadian polar bear for the bear market. I don't want to know what you rub in your own time. You just rub whatever you want in your own time, Gerald. Willy Wonka, good morning. So, Willy Wonka, I want to know more about you. Can you tell me? I'm surrounded by bars. All right, let's see. I'm not going to read all comments. You know what? It's getting to the point now where we've got 31 watchers. Hit the big red subscribe button to join the family. It's starting to get to that, when a business, if you've ever run a business, what happens is the business starts small. You're able to help everyone. You've got time for every single customer. And then the business gets larger, and then you go into the scaling problem, which every single business goes into if it's getting successful. Okay, so what happens is, inevitably, you go, with a business, you go, I'm right in that really crappy point where I'm not being able to give as much attention to everyone. I think I need to hire someone, but I don't have the money. I don't have the businesses. It's like, we're writing this thing. So it feels like that. So we're starting to get a little bit larger now. A lot more comments are coming in. So I'm not sure if I can do every single one from now on. I've just kind of got to be a little bit more selective. And I'll be honest, and this isn't just to, we're not probably there yet, but this is where super chats do start to help, because if you want to have a priority reading of your thing, it does help, and it will be helping for you guys much, coming down the track. We hit 1,000 subscribers, which won't be too far off. Super chats is going to be a better way to get your thing read out. Morning, Joe. Morning, Jason. Let's see, there are so many comments, and this is great to see. Gerald, between 2021 and 2024, mintage of Type 2 ASCs, this is what you're saying, is as scarce as King Charles. Ooh. Question, which first? Exit Charles RIP or Type 3 as the new administration moves out in 2028. Exit Charles, RIP. No, Charles won't go before a Type 3 administration. No. Yeah, don't know the answer to that. Let's see. Tony Pearson, I had to order a tube of Crowned. Oh, Charlie Britannia's from Canada. Charlie with a crown seems scarce. Yeah, I've never seen that. Oh, wow. That's a great idea. That's an interesting one for later on down the track. I picked up a few of the Crown Kings, Brits and Cypher coins. Oh, very interesting. Again, this is the thing that, we talked about the other day, where you can increase your stack by buying stuff that is a little bit more rare. Again, every year you should be buying in Australia. If you live in Australia and you don't buy, if you're into silver or gold, or silver in particular, and you don't do the following, you don't buy 21 of the current year's kookaburras that come out, or 21 of the lunar animal that comes out. Now, I'm being a hypocrite because I don't do it every year, but I'm kicking myself. I should do it every year. Buy that year's animal, that year's kookaburra, that year's year of the dragon, year of the tiger, year of the whatever it is, and hold them later on down the track. Because just like this Crowned King one, later on down the track, someone wants to fill a set. They don't have the 2014 Cook or the 2008 Mouse. Good luck finding a 2008 Mouse, right? For any decent kind of premium, you'll be paying a lot of money. So this is where you can increase your stack, okay? By selling some of these things later on down the track and then just buying some cheap and cheerful silver. You're upping your stack for no money. You could be doubling your stack over time, or upping your stack over time by a quarter. That's great, right? Just doing that. And you're only paying the regular bullion prices for these in the year in which they come out. Top tip. Buy stocks. G'day, buy stocks. I hope $30 is near the bottom. I hope so. Well, actually, no, I don't hope so, because I'm playing the crypto to silver ratio at the moment. So I kind of want to see it go down there. So if I am the creator of the simulation, which I'm not, but if I'm the creator of my own simulation, which I could be because you could all be NPCs, maybe I'm manifesting the destiny of crypto up, silver down, so then I can swap. I can hopefully double my stack soon. That'd be lovely, wouldn't it? Comments. It's getting harder to get through all these comments. Rod Panhard, Charles with the crown should be very collectible, right? Most valuable Britannia is the pig privy, low mintage, and JP Morgan. Really? Bought the bulk of them. Why would JP Morgan buy the bulk of them? I guess to back stuff. Interesting. Right. Black Coal. Thoughts on the design of the Perth Mint 2025 Gold Kangaroo? Great question. Perth Mint. Let me have a look. Let's go to the Perth Mint, shall we? Perth Mint. Now I will share the screen. Okay. Let's see. Share the screen. The Perth Mint 2025 Gold Kangaroo. Here we are. Oh, go away. Accept essential cookies only. Bullion. Did we look at it last time, or have we not? Has it just come out? Let's have a look. Australian 2025 Kangaroo. Oh, now the sun's really coming out, and that's annoying the crap out of it. Yeah, that's better. Oh, cool. All right, let's check it out. Here is the 2025. Thanks for the reminder, people. Again, I don't keep up with this stuff. Here's the 2025 Kangaroo. Have we looked at this previous, or did it just come out? If it just came out, let's have a look. All right, 2025, quarter ounce. Oh, it's just the gold kangaroo design. Yeah, first look. It's in line with the new typeset, okay, for a number of years now, since 2020. It was, I think, the new typeset, the newer kind of design. It's the, as I've been calling it, the ye olde pub, outback pub writing. Okay, so that reminds me of, driving through, Nowheresville in the outback, of which not the outback, but I've been a lot in the country because I travel all around for gigs and things. And you see that kind of typeset on an old pub. So it reminds me of that. Okay. Kangaroo in the foreground, kangaroo in the background, shrubbery, P mint mark. Yeah, it's nice. It's fine. I would just call it nothing outstanding. but it's cool. It's a 2 kangaroo versus a singular kangaroo. They'll probably do a singular kangaroo next year. They kind of like to mix it up. Yeah, not bad. Not bad. What does everyone else think? Post a comment below. Comments, queries. Oh, I can't do that. I'll get thingoed. Love the Chinese. Love the Chinese containers are mostly plastic top and bottom. No more wire handle or staple in the in the white containers. All right, there you go. Yeah, the staple in the thing. They'd fold it and they'd staple it. Yes, I absolutely agree. Why is that doing that? Okay, so it's playing with the. That is so frustrating, people. Frustrating. There you go. Ron Panhard. Trump's not going to get anywhere near what he's promising done. Well, Ukraine's surrender will be on Russia's term for a start. Well, maybe. Quite potentially. I don't agree with that. Will it be on Russia's terms? We don't necessarily know. But, of course, I would agree with Trump's not going to get anywhere near what he's promising done. I don't know about anywhere near, but that's just like any politician. A politician will say, I promise we'll do X, Y, and Z. And again, it's the opening bid. Any smart politician goes, I'm going to do this. And what they're really hoping for is they get this, right? But they're bracketing. It's, again, like if you're selling a used car and you're happy to take $5,000 for it, but no less, do you put it up for $5,000? You put it up for $7,500 or $8,000, and then some used car buyer who wants to buy you goes, I'll give you $7,000 for it, and you go, oh, I don't know about that. How about $7,500? And they go, right, and so you're just negotiating. So that's it. It's negotiating. So no, Trump won't get everything. No, get anywhere near. Well, I don't know. I think if anyone can do it, he can. I think. And Ukraine's surrender will be on Russia's terms. Not 100%, but that's the perfect scenario, which is not 100%. In negotiations like that, the perfect actual negotiations are where both sides are kind of annoyed. Both sides don't get what they want, because then it would be if on any kind of negotiation. Again, that's like the used car thing, right? But if you're talking global, you don't want Russia to get everything they want, and you don't want Ukraine to think they got everything they wanted. You want them to go, yeah, all right. That's the perfect scenario. I think it'll be more like that. Memes, I had to dip my toes 18 months ago. Ooh, wow. Love you, Joe. I love you too, Pete. 1,000 subs soon. Absolutely agree. Hit the big red subscribe button and hit the like button right now, people. There are so many comments. Jason, good Neo. I missed your good neocons. Almost an oxymoron for many of us. I missed that. Yeah. Neocons, there's no such thing as a good neocon. Perth Mint premium stuff is such high quality. Oh, really? UK Royal Mint is horrendous for their high premium stuff. Yeah, I don't know much about the sort of the numismatic stuff from the Royal Mint. But man, I can tell you firsthand, and many of you have them, that Perth Mint numismatic stuff. Oh, I mean, their bullion stuff. First of all, Perth Mint put most of their bullion stuff in capsules at the mint. What other companies do that, really? I mean, good on the Perth Mint for doing that. So big ups to the Perth Mint for, the kangaroos, the koalas, all that. I mean, they had to bring out not the kangaroos, the kookaburras, the koalas. They had to bring out the kangaroo, which just comes in tubes and not individually encapsulated. Although you can pay more for individually encapsulated ones, I think, from Perth Mint. The more mass-marketed one to compete with the maples, etc. They had to do that because, their other stuff's a little bit more, but you get it in a capsule. So cool. Bit of sarcasm. Oh, got it. John Wick and Lionsgate waiting for the next release to sell. Oh, you one of your Baba Yagas. That'd be cool. I never got in. I love John Wick, by the way. As you know, what I do for a sport, my weekend stuff. Once every month or so, I get out to the range and I'm a competitive pew-pew. So I love John Wick and all that stuff, but I never bought any John Wick branded silver. While at the Perth Mint, can you check availability of the 125th ounce platinum, please? No, Not that I'm going there. Strange how these royals are developing cancer. Ooh, they eat the best food, no microplastic for them. I would not assume that at all, Rod. Just to push back a little bit, I would not assume they eat the best food at all. Because don't forget, it's the government doesn't, no one else is telling them what to eat. They're choosing what to eat. Okay, so they're probably eating carb central. It's going to be tea and biscuits and this and that and bread pudding and this and all. They're all having their pudding, which is the people in the UK call dessert pudding. Everything's pudding. So if you have ice cream, what's for pudding means what's for dessert. So you could have ice cream for pudding. Here, pudding means actual pudding. But yeah, I wouldn't necessarily think they're in great health. Their diets would be probably bloody terrible. They wouldn't understand that. Getting on my little soapbox for a second. We might end the show really soon because I don't think I have any chart requests. I might do XRP tomorrow. On my little soapbox, not many people know yet that carbohydrates are not necessary for your body. You do not need carbohydrates at all. Your body makes enough carbohydrates for your energy requirements at that time. It is an unessential thing. You need amino acids. There are essential amino acids. There are essential vitamins that your body makes all of what it needs so long as you're eating the correct things. You do not need carbohydrates. If you eat protein and fat and a combination of the two, don't eat too much protein in sacrifice of fat. Don't eat too much fat in the sacrifice of protein. Call it, say, 50-50%-ish. You don't need carbohydrates. Your body will make every single thing it needs. And it helps get rid of the microplastics from your balls as well. So yeah, if anyone wants, by the way, look, I'll chuck it out there. Let me just chuck it out there. If anyone wants, I'm not a doctor, okay? But if anyone, I've successfully helped multiple people in my life, friends, family, co-workers and things. I've helped them lose weight. I've helped them lose a lot of weight. And of course, losing weight to look good isn't the goal. It's losing weight to be healthier, to live longer for your kids, for your grandkids, for your whatever. If you want to lose weight, I'm very happy to help you free of charge. Hit me up with an email, gmstackers@gmail.com. We'll talk about why carbohydrates are bad or this and that. We'll talk about carnivore diet. We'll talk about keto, stuff like that. I can really help you. Or if you just need some help as to how do I even start, and doing that, I'm more than happy to help you because I get a real buzz out of people coming back to me and going, "Wow, I feel better. I don't have allergies anymore. My joints are better. I'm not diabetic anymore. I was pre-diabetic and now I'm not diabetic." Anyway, I'd love to help you, and I'll do it free of charge. Please, help me help you. That is it, and yeah. That's right. Beef, butter, eggs, bacon. Bacon, a little bit of bacon too. Beef, butter, eggs, bacon. Yeah. Anyway, yeah, that's it. All right, people. We're going to leave it at that. I think I'll do XRP tomorrow. It's having a bit of a... But we'll do more live gold, silver analysis. We'll look at crypto and all that sort of stuff. This is Good Morning Stackers for Friday the 5th. Oh, it's not tomorrow. This is the last day of the week. Okay, cool. I won't do it tomorrow. If something happens with the price, as always, if something happens with the price of precious metals overnight, because here in Australia, you've still got another 24 hours over the weekend, roughly, before the markets properly close in the US. So if something happens with gold or silver, a big dip or a big spike, something that's interesting, something with a crypto that you might want to know about, I sometimes do an update on the weekend, whether that's a quick YouTube post or a quick YouTube standalone video. I usually wouldn't go live on the weekend, but watch out. If something happens, watch out for a potential update tomorrow. Otherwise, I'll see you Monday. Oh my goodness me. So please grab your tasty beverages and see y'all, says Mark Florida, because ladies and gentlemen, this has been
Good Morning Stack. Oh yeah, we're feeling fine.
We groove it out every time.
Good Morning Stack. It's podcast time.
All right, grab it.
Grab a tasty beverage. Let's get in the groove.
Let's do that.
Synchronised, slurp.
Here,
Now
3,
we're on the
2, 1. Slurp it, people.
Good Morning Stack. Oh yeah, we're feeling
It's my face. Stay safe, stay informed, keep stacking whatever it is that you're stacking. Have an amazing weekend. You may hear from me tomorrow, but if you don't, I will see you all on Monday. Have a good one.